Can I tell you the trick to pooping in the woods and not worrying that people on that path right up there are gonna see me through the trees or that whoever else is gonna see me? It's listening to music. And then you don't turn your head and pull up your pants and smudge everything every time you hear a twig snap. Speaking of which, I gotta get back to that. Sorry, coronavirus. So where did we leave off at in the 90s, right? Okay, we're on 104 now. Mais qu'est-ce qu'on vit ici? What does he see ici? Come to the window and be ici. What is there besides me ici? He lives in a world where the floor shimmers. You see that shimmering, right? He's surrounded by the colored mirrors of God. He sees not what is there, but God's dimmers. Clouds pass and he explains how it's odd. The world is all that I know and all that there is. No, the world is all that I know, all that there is. He lays her down for a picnic. The sky is blue and the blanket red. He wants to impress her with his thick dick and show her he knows the sky is blue and I'm dead. And from the cold, lonely darkness above, I exhale. Oh, we've actually had a lot of great thoughts since our phones have been dead. It's been very conducive to great thinking. Yeah, which is awesome. Yeah, and then I could just go to a library when I need a phone or something. Anyway, a silly structure that's spelled Cylly is a structure that a species or an individual possesses but doesn't optimize or doesn't make use of, even though it has its survival advantages. You know, like it could really help you out. Like if a rhino saw an obstruction to a river and didn't use his weight or his horn to sort of push through, and instead just didn't drink water from there, went much farther or something. That's what a silly structure is. And our reasoning ability, it can also be an ability. It's an organ, a limb. So it's a member or a faculty. So therefore, a concert of members or activity or whatever. And our reasoning is a silly structure we do without. We just trust our lower instinctual systems. And sometimes we use reasoning, but typically only to justify that thing that our hearts have told us to believe. Look where I live. God, I'm so happy here. Wow. I can't get enough of that when the sun strikes like that. How do I forgot. You can't, right, okay. Here goes my first shower in like over 40 days. It almost doesn't even feel right to take it now. The French are so fucking helpless. Look at this. So there's a line, right? No worries. And then it just goes into the street. See this. And then instead of, you could go all the way down here, but instead they just stop in the street. Wait, where'd they all go? Oh, that's better.
Toute infraction à ces règles sera sanctionnée. Je vous le dis avec beaucoup de solennité ce soir. Écoutons les soignants qui nous disent, si vous voulez nous aider, il faut rester chez vous et limiter les contacts. Personnel soignant, en ville, à l'hôpital, se trouvent en première ligne dans un combat qui va leur demander énergie, détermination, solidarité.
So Macron has just made it, so the French president has just said that starting at noon tomorrow, no family or friends can like get together socially. So it's, I guess this is real. So I got some pretty sweet digs here, which I'll show you in a second. Three things. Third thing is the digs. Second thing is the line. And the first thing is this really strange thing has just happened to me. My friend Mirage, whom I've mentioned many times and you've seen, she said she once said that, like, my friend Mirage, whom I've mentioned and whom you've seen, said recently that I used the word Arab, and she's like, "What does that even mean to you, though? Like, who do you think Arabs are? You know, not all Arabs are." Anyway, and then I started making a joke. "Oh yeah, Arabs don't exist. My bad. Arabs don't exist." Something like that. And I didn't listen to anything that she said. I thought I understood the general concept, which was probably like, not all Arabs are Muslim. Not all Arabs speak Arabic. Not all Arabs live in, I don't know, the Middle East or North Africa, whatever. So it's very difficult to, there's no necessarily one general thing that, you know, brings them all together. That's what I thought she was going to say, basically. And so I told her that today, because that conversation came up again. And she's like, that's not exactly what I was going to say. Surely this is the first time and the only time this has ever happened where I thought I knew what someone was going to say. So I cut them off or made light of whatever the conversation was, because I thought jokes would be more interesting than their ideas. And then it turned out that I was wrong, and that I actually could have learned something from them. No way that's happened before. No way. Okay? But it does make you wonder how many things you missed out on just out of shortcuts, basically, right? You could call it arrogance, but I mean, a lot of times we do know sort of generally what someone's going to say. Sometimes it's up to them to be like, hold on, fucking listen to me. But obviously we also need to listen, obviously. So it makes you wonder how much my sort of arrogance, or not arrogance, I really do prefer calling it a shortcut, has cost me as far as learning things. But of course this relates to the whole skepticism thing, actually, because there's only so much that you can sort of listen to. In this case, this wasn't a debate where I was like, okay, fuck, I can't believe I just used the word debate. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm using it because it wasn't, okay, right. So this wasn't like a debate or something where I was like, oh, I have my opinion, and so, no. I should not have used the word debate. This wasn't like a discussion where I felt like I had kind of pretty much assessed what was going on, and, you know, you can only spend so much time discussing the same things. This is, in fact, something I've never had a conversation about, the definition of Arabs, actually. So although you can only listen to so much, you only have so much mental energy before we need to start making jokes, especially me. Yeah, I need to save my energy for jokes. I love to just be silly sometimes. Silly dance. But no, I definitely should have listened this time, because this wasn't an idea that I was familiar with. I thought I was. Whatever. Enough of that. So it makes you wonder. Oh yeah, and then the whole reason I talked about this is so I can make this joke about how it's never happened before. Okay, second thing, line. Okay. You already seen the video. Let me explain it. So I'm at the Monoprix, or I'm walking up to the Monoprix. This is before the country got shut down. This was shortly after all restaurants closed, right? So it's getting pretty serious. Okay. And I see this long line stretching outside of the Monoprix, which is one of the major grocery stores. And I'm just, fuck, dude, it's just hard to even think about right now. It's hard to even imagine that person, that you exist, that, like, you could walk up to a line, see that it's approaching the curb, and go, fuck, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to go stand at the curb. And then whoever comes after me, fuck what they're going to do. Whoever wants to wait here at the curb to cross the street, fuck what are they going to do? I don't know. None of that is my concern. Literally not thinking about any of that. All I see is line. I know line means stand behind. So I'm going to go stand behind in the position that's mine. And would have been cool if I could continue this rhyme. So anyway, that's amazing to me. You see line, you go, okay, line, so I stand behind,
and then you just stand there. And when you can't really stand behind because you're going to get fucking run over, next best thing, just stand next to. We're just going to have a little herd of people with a viral outbreak standing where people should just be standing to wait to cross the street. Let's just stand there. Obviously, anybody walking up, and also, like, okay, so if you thought that for some reason the grocery store line was, like, moving, boom, 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 I don't know how you could think that. If you think they're sending in one person every time somebody checks out or something, maybe. But, so, again, I guess no thought really goes into any of this, but, well, yes, I guess there's no point in even thinking about it or trying to understand, because there's no thought that goes into it. And it's not about that you need to sort of put thought. You're allowed to, can I say you're allowed to be lazy? You're allowed to reserve effort. You don't need to consecrate. Is consecrate the right word? I don't know. You don't need to consecrate. I don't have anybody next to me, sorry, I don't know. You don't need to consecrate a bunch of effort to understanding how lines work. But it just sucks that you don't have any of those instincts. That there's no instinct like, how can this line work? Where should I be standing? What are the consequences of my standing here? For other people who could be standing here, for people who are supposed to be standing behind me. It just fucking sucks, honestly. It's like when there's a long line in the grocery store, and so it blocks an aisle, and they're like cars blocking the aisle. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? So sometimes what I would do is, well, always what I would do is, I would let the person in front of me move forward, and I would leave a gap so that people could actually go into this aisle, which is, it's just this phenomenal idea. It's just amazing. And I don't know why I'm so lucky to have been gifted with sort of the insight and creativity to think that people deserve to walk into aisles or not get run over in the street. You know, I don't know whether I was born with this intuition, whether God bestowed it upon me in some moment of need, whether perhaps my mother taught it to me, or whether I learned it through literature, through fables about lines and fucking aisles in the grocery store. But for some reason, oh God, right now I'm just counting my blessings that I'm not a fucking idiot. And that I'm aware of my presence in the world. I shouldn't say in the world, that's a bit. I'm not actually, because, you know, I only just became vegetarian, and I'm still not even vegan. But my just present in my immediate I'm not even fucking asking you to be aware of your presence in the world. Just 1 meter around you. That's it. I feel like that should, anyway, it's just the wildest thing. So I walk up to this line, and I didn't record this, because actually I didn't really expect it to go the way that it did. So I walk up to this line, and I make my video, and I'm just like these, and I was not shy about it. I think I said, did I say in the video, like, wow, what idiots or something? Anyway, the look on my face was extremely disapproving. And so I walk up to this line. So I'm now at the end of the line, but like next to it, right? So where the line should be if anybody had any fucking sense. And I go, listen, since we're not going to stand in the street, what if the line curves this way? And the way my disciples, the way their eyes lit up, is they had been enlightened by this concept of like courtesy and efficiency, and it was beautiful. People, so then everybody moved, right? Not everybody in the line, of course, but like the 7 or 10 people, or whatever, that were herded like fucking idiots at the crosswalk. So then they all run to get behind me. And that wasn't even my plan. I wasn't trying to cut anybody. I go up and I'm like, hey people, maybe we should do this, thinking that they'll go, oh yeah, okay, I definitely see that, so let's do that. And then they would just like do it on their own, and then I would find my place at the end. But everybody just runs behind me, and they go, I guess maybe they thought I had already been there. I don't know, because I don't know I mean, I hadn't seen the line move drastically as I was approaching, so I think they had been there for a moment. Anyway, so God, I'm just venting. So they say so like somebody goes, ah ouais, bienvenue. Ah ouais, c'est une bonne idée. So that means like the first one was oh well, yeah, it means well seen, or like oh, good catch, good call. And then the next one was like, oh yeah, good idea. Oh yeah, are you in line? So and everybody got behind me, and I was like, you know what? I fucking deserve to have cut 7 or whatever, however many, 4 maybe places, because you would probably be dead in the street right now. But that's amazing, because obviously they wouldn't have actually stood in the street. I just don't. Oh. I hate all of you, every single one of you. Okay. Third thing in these sweet ass dicks. So I'm in a woman's hostel room. I didn't reserve a woman's hostel. Wait, have I paid? They better not charge me for being in a woman's room, because that's a little bit extra. Anyway, so I'm in a woman's room, and this is sweet as heck, huh? So I think this hostel is a pretty great place to stay. Got my batteries and shit charging, and so we got a little mirror here. Hey, hi, cubby over there. And here's my favorite part. Let's see. Fuck, where's my key? Are you wondering what those wipes are for? Mirage just dropped them off. They're for wiping my butt when I poop. They're not for use here. Where is, oh, damn it. Oh, no. Okay, so, you see this here? Oh, first of all, light. Tap it. Tap it. Hold it. What? Pretty sweet. Alright. Second of all, this thing, because I'm just an engineering genius, I figured it out immediately how it worked. So, and I wish I could show you down my keys and my pants. By the way, I've got this whole place to myself. Let me show you. It's an ideal quarantine situation, kind of, except for the fact that we're all living together in the same room. But anyway, I got this place to myself. And, so this protrudes normally. And then what you do is you take your key card and you press down this thing, right? Like this. It's protruded. So then you press it with the key card and it locks like that. And otherwise, though, in this area, you've got your little safe, right? And then, of course, to get out of it, you press your key card and then the thing pops out and you open it. So that's my 15-minute catch up. And then I've got these things here. So, yeah, pretty dope. Finally getting some work done now. Working on my videos from week 3 onward. Oh, yeah, man. Major news is that France is on lockdown, which means you need a document that says like why you're out of the house. You have 4 options that you can check. One is because groceries, family emergency, exercise, which you cannot do with other people, and going to work if absolutely necessary. And also you need a letter saying that you can't work from home. So tomorrow, so in about 20 hours? In about 18 hours. Shit, I gotta deal with this. Yeah, when I go set up my tent, I gotta deal with this.